Currently here at the Alfa Romeo Museum here, guys. Got a couple of pretty funky looking concept cars. First thing to note, there are no barriers or any form of constraint from you taking a nice photo of the car, so A+ to them on that. For all the American viewers, you might not be too familiar with Alfa Romeo because that brand never really made it big in the States. Got the Alfa Romeo Bertone designed Navajo, built in 1976, prototype concept car. Fun fact for you guys, check out the rear here. Oh, it's got a nice little wheel cover there. Excellent. It's based off the 33 Stradale chassis. And the rear looks like a freaking pyramid. Plateauing out, look at that wing right there. So a lot of weird, funky looking concept cars from the 70s, 80s. We got the 33 Spider Cuneo, designed by Pininfarina right here. Check out the rear. Oh, that's sick. The interior seems to be quite sparse. Not really sure what this is. I can't even pronounce it. It's the Alfa Sud Caimano. Look at the wheels. How funky is that? Now, one thing to know about these prototypes is that, oh wait, look at the door. That's pretty fucking amazing right there. All the concepts and prototypes of the 70s, 80s, and 90s were pretty damn wild. But the concept cars of today, they all look the damn same. And we got an 8C Competition. I think it's made out of resin and wood or something like that. I like the historical timeline here. It goes from the beginning to 1976, and then 2015, the future of Alfa Romeo restarts in Milan. The Alfetta Spider Coupe from the 1970s. Check out the interior right here. Oh no, look at the 3 gauge clusters sticking out right there. Pretty sick. Forgive my mispronunciation of this car, the Scarabeo. Look at the roof scoop. What's up, Lamborghini KS? I think this one's larger than yours. Check out the sides right here. Oh, by the way, the keys are in the ignitions for half of these cars, so you could probably just drive them away if you really wanted to. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Do you see the rear of this?
Well, the intake.
Yeah, look at the intake. Oh man, obviously I'm from Los Angeles, America, the good old United States. We don't really know too much about the Alfa Romeo history. They haven't really sold that many cars in the States until recently. So, that being said, my history of the brand is a little hazy, so I do apologize. Got some pretty sick looking race cars right over here. Look at the wheel cover. It covers the entire damn thing. That is a thing of beauty, guys. You gotta make wheel covers great again. SE048SP. Now, yes, I'm just reading off the description there. So, whoops. All right, we're on the second floor of the Alfa Museum. Got all the historical vehicles lined up in chronological order. I'm not gonna go in depth and read out all the descriptions and the facts about each car, but there you guys have it. Got some Iron Man shit going on here. Check this out. Got some sort of projector on the glass here, so you can see the cars, the people, the races, all sorts of stuff here. And we got the 8C prototype right over here. Hold on, let's just walk on over. Here we go, boom, check that out. Looking pretty damn sharp. And here in the lobby, we got this funky looking structure with every imaginable car that they've built over the years, ending with a Tipo at the very bottom there. Very similar to the one that we saw at Villa d'Este. So now the facilities here at the Alfa Romeo Museum, honestly, 10 out of 10, and it costs around 12 euros to enter. So honestly, I'm very impressed by this museum. All right, we're going one level at a time here, guys. We've got quite a few more to go. But check this out. I'm gonna turn around, wait for it, boom, a hot dog mobile. Now, believe it or not, those are the actual horns that they used. It's a concept built into 1913. That's 105 years ago that they designed and built this thing. Can't even imagine seeing this thing 105 years ago. This thing is absolutely nuts. We actually thought this was built in the 50s or the 60s. It's got that progressive, funky, you know, sleek, modernistic look to it, but 1913, man. All right, we got the 1900 C52 Disco Volante. This is the original inspiration for the brand new Disco Volantes that have just been released. This thing honestly looks so much better than the newer cars, and I'm still genuinely impressed by this museum. Got the 2000 Sportiva, built in 1954. There's only 2 of these in the entire world, so. Giulia Sprint Speciale prototype, built in 1965. My goodness, what a beaut. Right next to the hot dog mobile, but you guys gotta check this sucker out. Look at the 1968 Bertone Carabo. Look at that freaking tint. And look at the engine slats right here in the rear. Kind of reminds you of something, right? The SP38. That one had only 3. This got 6. Check out the front. It's got like this orange highlighter lip right here. Designed by Gandini himself. And look at the tint. It's like a bronze tint to it right there. Check out the rear here, guys. You're gonna like this. Got the neon green in the rear right here. Fucking sick. And look at the logo. Carabo. I like how the A is just split off like that. 4 exhaust pipes, central engine. We're gonna make our way over to the Iguana that was built in 1969 by Ital Design. You guys gotta check out this paintwork here. This is like some legit Team Anija shit right here, guys. Check this out. Boom. It's based off the 33 Stradale chassis as well. It's got the 4 exhaust pipes in the rear. Look at that funky little winglet right there. Holy crap. And the Iguana logo right there. Okay. Honestly, I have to rate this as one of the top museums, car museums, mind you, I've visited. And it only costs 12 euros. That's half the price of the London Motor Museum, which I will dub the worst car museum in the history of museums and cars. With the whole Giulietta line down there and the Giulias right here. And there seems to be some sort of immersive theater experience down below. So here we go, guys. This one is obviously 10 times larger and much cooler. Check out the fin or the wing on this thing here. My goodness, very, very impressive. And this particular race car right here was raced by Mr. Ferrari himself. Got the Ferrari badge on the side. Apparently started out with Alpha. So there you guys have it. Pretty damn cool. Yeah.
It needs the better front wheels.
This definitely looks like the Breadmobile right here, guys. What? What? Oh shit, he's at it again. Hey man, what do we gotta do to get the shot, baby? Check this out. We got the yeah, that's it right there, guys. DTM car. Anyways, we got a bunch of model cars here of every imaginable size. 1/12, 1/16, 1/18, 1/24. 164, 132. Holy smokeroni. This is genuinely one of the best car museums that I have personally attended. Got this immersive theater experience going on here, and I'm just by myself. I'm gonna open up the curtains, and what are we gonna see? Oh, hello. A 33 Stradale prototype from 1967 with gold wheels nonetheless. It's very similar to the one that we saw at Villa d'Este, but they had normal wheels. This is gold wheels. And there's a man on the ground getting the damn shot. Hell yeah, son. Breadmobile right here. Right next to a bunch of other Tipo 33 race cars. It just goes on and on. This is the final and lowest level of the entire museum. These little semi-domes here. Another immersive theater experience. All right, check out this chair. I'm gonna sit down and whammy. Oh, how sick is this? It's a 4D experience, so you're gonna have like wind and stuff underneath your seat, I bet.
Strap on.
I will strap in with my seatbelt, the 3D glasses, ready to rock a roll at the drop of a hat, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. All right, starting, guys. I turned on the night shot, guys. You saw that shit. What the fuck? Oh, keep that put on my damn seatbelt. It's kind of hard to see what's going on, guys. I do apologize. The seats are moving back. Oh, hey, what the fuck? Hey. It's like some Tokyo drift shit going on here. As the 4D theater simulating an Alfa Romeo race throughout the ages of time. And we've got these funky little domes, each with a separate experience. But I think we're pretty much done here, guys. Oh, check this out. Got a couple more cars here to film, and we'll be on our way out of here, guys. Fun fact, guys, there's a dealership right on the first floor over there. If you've been inclined to buy a car after your experience with the museum, and we got an 8C just chilling at the very end right there. So pretty much concludes the tour of the Alfa Romeo Museum. All right, currently piloting the X3. There's the Alfa Romeo Museum right there. 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up. I would definitely approve. By the way, parking is free, so keep that in mind, guys.